right, I want to welcome everyone here tonight at the Williamson County Public, well, I was going to say TV, but Williamson County Public Library. I'm Don Swartz, Southern Trace Songwriters, and this is the Listen and Learn concert series. And tonight we've got some great friends of mine coming in here to play, and this is Craig, Elena, and John. And give them a big welcome tonight. You put your hands together, and we'll go ahead and start this and get the tape going. So, here we go. Party started.
All right. Well, thank you for having us. Excited to be here. Excited to bring some of my friends. My name's Craig Wilson, songwriter, producer in town. And I actually live in Williamson County as well. So this is really cool for me. So I figured I'd start off tonight with the quote-unquote hit, the one everybody wants me to play all the time. So this is a song that I was very fortunate enough to get to write and produce with an artist named David Archuleta, as well as Paul Cardall. And it came out a few years ago. It's called My Heart Beats For You, and it went to #1.
Woo!
I will not forget the day I met you. Broken down inside, you looked my way. Like an angel in the night, you filled me with light on that first day. I'm not the man that you once met. Day you stole my heart, I was born again. And I live for you until my life is through. My heart, it beats for you. My heart, it beats for you. My heart, it beats for you. Oh, my heart, it beats for you. Oh. Yeah, the way you learn to love me can't be easy. Broken down inside, you looked my way. You were that angel in the night. Yeah, you filled me with light on that first day. I'm not the man I was when we first met. Yeah, the day you stole my heart, oh, I will not forget. And my heart, it beats for you. My heart, it beats for you. My heart, it beats for you. Oh, my heart, it beats for you. My heart, it beats for you. Oh, my heart, it beats for you. My heart, it beats for you. Oh, my heart, it beats for I'm not the man that you once knew. The day you took my heart, I was brand new. And I'll live for you until my life is through. My heart beats for you. There we go. Thanks.
Sounded so good.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Love it. Well, my name's Elena Jones. Thank you so much for having me here. This is so fun. Thanks, Craig, for inviting me. This next song we're going to do, it's called High School Sweetheart, and I actually wrote it with Craig. And all my songs tonight, I actually wrote with Craig. And thanks for playing guitar for me.
Call John.
All right, well,
1, 2.
if we're good to go, this is High School Sweetheart. Hope you like it. Top down, small town, driving around with him. Had his Letterman jacket in the back when the storm rolled in. Tears and rain down your face as you watched him walk away. It's just the first, won't always hurt. Every end is just a test. Real love don't ever fail. Been through this hell, so honey, I can tell. Losing him is tearing you apart. But he's just high school sweetheart. He was kind, he was cute, and he swept you off your feet. Made you feel like the homecoming queen when he kissed your cheek. Those years go by so fast, and you only know when you look back. It's just the first, won't always hurt. Every end is just a test. Real love don't ever fail. I've been through this hell, so honey, I can tell. Losing him is tearing you apart. But he's just high school sweetheart. Just a year in a book. When you look back on someday, when you're in my place, you'll know what to say. It's just the first, won't always hurt. Every end is just a test. Real love don't ever fail. I've been through this hell, so honey, I can tell. Losing him is tearing you apart. Oh, losing him is tearing you apart. But he's just high school sweetheart. High school sweetheart.
Elena Jones.
That's the first time I've ever actually sung that
Great.
out loud.
That's the first time I've ever played that.
Yeah, so thanks for being the
You
audience.
guys were the first. That's great. It's lovely.
Thank you.
All right, John. It's up to you. What are you going to do? Freebird?
Freebird, of course.
All right.
Preparing for that for years now.
Wait, can I tell a story?
Sure.
Okay, so this is how I met John Salaway. So we've been friends for years now, and John's an amazing writer and guitar player and a multi-instrumentalist in town. And he's won a bunch of awards, and he's on the radio all the time. He's fantastic. And I met him because he used to play at a blues club downtown called B.B. King's. And another friend of ours, mutual friend, played there. And he said, "Hey, you got to meet this guy, John Salaway, and write some songs with him." I said, "Okay, cool. I'm a songwriter. That's what I do. I'd love to." So we meet up to write songs, and we go over to a building called CSAC, if you know what that is. Those are the people that collect money for musicians when we write songs and they go on the radio and they pay us. So that's the building. We go over there, and we meet up. We say hi. And, we both have guitars. We walk in, and this is what songwriters do every day. This is what we do for a living. We walk into small rooms and lock ourselves in there, and there's nothing in there. And 3 hours later, we come out hopefully with a song. And so I meet John, and we get together, and we get in the room, and I have my guitar. And the thing about being a songwriter is you kind of have to figure out what you're going to do in the room that day. So anytime you walk in the room, sometimes I'll go in the room, and I'll be in there with an artist who's a fantastic singer. So I'll play guitar, and maybe come up with some words, and the singer will come up with the melody, right? Because they're great. Or sometimes, I'll be the guitar player that day. There's a singer and there's a writer in the room, and they need somebody just to kind of jam a bunch of licks on guitar that they can write to. So you got to find your place in the room that day for that particular song. So I go in that day, and John comes in with the guitar, and he says, "Hey man, I got this thing I was thinking, this guitar part. What do you think?" And he starts playing it. And it's this really cool bluesy guitar lick that he's playing. And it's awesome. And I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, okay, great. So he's the guitar player today. This is awesome. I'll be the, writer guy. So I sit there and I do what we call top lining, which is where you write the melody and the lyric over somebody else playing an instrument. And so I was writing a melody and lyric over John's fantastic guitar part. And we get a great song. We got a great song. We ended up playing it at the Bluebird Cafe a while later, and it went really well. So we book another couple writes. I do another write. Same thing happens. I walk in and John says, "Hey, I got this guitar thing. What do you think?" I said, "Oh man, that's awesome. Let's write it." So I start writing some stuff and we write the song. Great. Third write. I walk in. He says, "I got this guitar thing." We start writing. Okay. And at this point, I don't even take my guitar out of the case because, he's the guitar guy. So we're sitting there and writing. And at some point in the write, I don't remember how we were talking, but the subject of the Beatles came up.
They always come up.
Yeah. Little indie band nobody's ever heard of. And I'm saying, "Oh, yeah, the Beatles." And John says, "Yeah, I play in a Beatles cover band." I said, "Oh, that's so cool. So are you John or are you Paul?" Right? And he said, "No, man, I'm Ringo." I was like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm a drummer." Come to find out, his main instrument is drums. So this whole time, but that's how good of a guitar player he is and songwriter. He fooled me every time we wrote. But he does play in a fantastic Beatles cover band called Forever Abbey Road that I've seen a couple times. They're amazing. So if you get a chance, go see them. They play at City Winery, I think, once a month.
Yeah, City Winery, Beatles Brunch, the last Sunday of each month usually.
Yeah, they're fantastic. So if you're a Beatles fan, go see them. And then after tonight, it'll be a John Salaway fan.
Ah, excellent. Thanks for the plug, brother.
Yeah, man.
Nice. Gotta take him with me everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spokesperson.
That bill's coming later.
Yeah, I'll pay you later. So, once again, my name is John Salaway. Thanks for having me. I'm going to start off with a song called A Little Bit Broken, because we all are, just a little bit broken. But we can always put ourselves back together. This was put out by Skyfall Records, which is Craig Wilson's record label, and it had Sony distribution. And it went to #1 on the independent radio charts all around the world. And it was the DJ pick on Lightning 100. And it's one of my favorite songs to do. This is called A Little Bit Broken.
I can see what you're doing to me. Hypnotize my mind with those eyes. Such a shame. Once again I fell for your wicked game. I'm a little bit broken, but I'll put myself back together. Blood in my hands drops to the floor. Scraping up the pieces that I picked up before. It's such a shame. I guess I'll clean up this mess again. I'm a little bit broken, but I'll put myself back together. Time to leave. I hear you calling me. Milk and honey dripping from your tongue, yeah. It's such a shame when pleasure melts right into pain. I'm a little bit broken, but I'll put myself back together. Blood in my hands falls to the floor. Scraping up the pieces that I picked up before. It's such a shame, yeah. I guess I'll clean up this mess again. I'm I'm a little bit broken, but I put myself back together. Think I wouldn't stay much longer. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Such a shame when pleasure melts right in the vein. I'm a little bit broken, but I put myself back together. But my hands drops to the floor, straightening up the pieces that I picked up before. It's such a shame. I guess I'll clean up this mess again. I'm a little bit broken, but I put myself back together. I'm a little bit broken, but I'll put myself back together. Thank you. See, he's a great drummer.
Thank you, brother.
That was great. That was great. Okay, here we go. So, like I said, I'm a songwriter. That's what I do every day of my life. And when you're a songwriter and not an artist, they're two different things. So artists usually will get a set, they call a set of songs together, maybe 5-10 songs, and they go out on the road for months at a time, and they play those same 5 to 10 songs over and over and over, and then they hope one of them gets to radio and plays over and over and over. And so they get to know those songs really, really well. As a professional songwriter, trying to be one of those songs, trying to write one of those songs, you write every day. So that's what we do. Well, John is an artist as well, so he does double duty. And Elena, you're mostly songwriter, and as am I. And so the one detriment, I love my job, but the one detriment is when you get asked to do wonderful shows like this, I go in and I write sometimes 2 to 3 songs a day, and then I never play them again. I leave them to the artists to play. So I'm about to play a song that I wrote about 6 years ago with a friend of mine. Her name is Katie Offerman, and she is an artist herself. She's amazing. And she's got a couple big hits on the radio right now, and she's a Texas girl. She's an amazing writer, is a great human. And we're friends. We wrote this song a while ago. And so this one is one I've played for a few years, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I make it through this. But I don't play live very often. And then after that, we're just going to see what happens. We're going to Hail Mary and see how many songs I remember. So count your blessings on this one if this goes well, because the rest of tonight could be a dumpster fire. We'll find out. Speaking of dumpster fire, this is a song called Old Flames. I had the title, and I walked in, and I'd had this title for a while called Old Flames, and the hook of the song is Still Getting Burned by Old Flames. And I thought it was a cool hook, and I took it into Katie, and she really loved it. And her just Texas songwriter sensibility, she's just amazing with lyrics. And we sat in my office on Music Row back then, and we wrote this song one night, and it just turned out great. It was like one of the first songs we'd ever written, and we continued writing because it went well. But this was one of the first songs we ever wrote, and I still to this day play it, which is saying a lot because I write a lot of songs. So this is Old Flames. We were blowing smoke on the riverbed. Your American spirit, I like Marlboro Red. Breaking rules like little kids, it's just some things you can't forget. Now I'm stirring up old ashes, how to never leave the past where the past is. One beer leads to whiskey, and whiskey only leads to a cigarette. And that heat on my lips always ends in a kiss. It's almost like nothing's changed. I'm still getting burned by old flame. You run your fingers down my legs, those Tom Petty lyrics tattooed on my chest. Oh, you hold me like you'll never let go. Come the morning light, I'll be laying here alone, just stirring up old ashes, trying to leave the past where the past is. And one beer leads to whiskey, and whiskey only leads to a cigarette. And that heat on my lips always ends in a kiss. Oh, it's almost like nothing's changed. I'm still getting burned by old flames like a sorrowful danger. Once you light 'em up, you can't put 'em out. 'Cause one beer leads to us, and whiskey only leads to a cigarette. And that heat on my lips always ends in a kiss. Oh, I guess nothing's ever gonna change. I'm still getting burned. I'm still getting burned. Still getting burned by old flames.
Yeah,
Thanks.
one of my favorites.
Dang, Craig. That's a good one.
We recorded that a couple of years ago, actually, at John Salaway's studio, Music First Productions. He owns a studio out in Murfreesboro. And we recorded that, and one of these days we're going to put it out.
That is so good.
I know, it's one of my favorites of all time.
Thank you.
Great imagery.
Thank you.
Well, this next song we're going to play is one of my favorite songs I've ever written with Craig.
Yes.
Slash in general. It's called Roots. Craig brought in the title, and I think it's a cool twist on the concept of roots. Hope you like it. You don't know why I yell so loud every time we have a fight. I'm sorry I can't sleep without the TV light. I know I cry sipping wine, but a strong red brings me back. I'm not sure love can fix me. Think it goes a little bit deeper than that. It's in my roots, it's in my blood, it's everything that I'm made of. I've tried to grow and let them go, but no matter what I do, can't wish a wildflower to a rose. Would have done it for you a long time ago. I think the only way that I can bloom is go back to my roots. I grew up fast anywhere that mama could afford. And sometimes my nightlight was the clock in that green hatchback Ford. You grew up in a picture perfect home I never had. I know you won't give up on us, but you gotta understand it's in my roots, it's in my blood, it's everything that I'm made of. I tried to grow and let them go, but no matter what I do, can't wish a wildflower to a rose. Would've done it for you a long time ago. I think the only way that I can bloom is go back to my roots. Been trying to have what I never had through the holes in my heart with you, but a wildflower's beautiful on her own, right down to what's in my roots, in my blood, everything that I'm made of. I tried to grow and let them go, but no matter what I do, can't wish a wildflower to a rose. Would've done it for you a long time ago. I think the only way that I can bloom is go back to my roots. Back to my roots.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful song. Beautiful
Thank
song.
I have to brag on her for a minute too, so I have to do it because these guys won't do it, so I have to do it for them. So Elena, we met not too long ago, a few months
months
maybe,
ago?
so-
Yeah.
and started writing, and she's a fantastic writer, and we've written some great songs, which is awesome, and a wonderful human as well, and become friends. But Elena has a big old hit out on the radio right now. Yeah, she wrote a big old song that's doing very well for Walker Hayes of Fancy fame and Kylie Morgan. It's a duet, and it's doing awesome on radio, so we got a big old hit songwriter in our midst here. Look at this.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
It's called Country Anyway, if you want to go stream it.
Country
out
Anyway.
anywhere?
Yep.
What's it called?
Country Anyway.
It's a good song.
Thank you.
It's a good song.
It's a bop.
It is. It's
Yeah.
good, and it's really well written. Like I'm from Detroit and New York originally, so I'm like Yankee. Sorry, but I don't generally write like beer and truck songs, and so I heard country anyway.
I
And I
know.
was
It's
like,
not too country though.
all right, well I love Elena. I'm gonna go listen to it, but it's super creatively written, and it's not it's cool. It's got a twist. It's got the lyrics are great. It's cool. It's awesome.
Nice.
So I'll take a minute to brag on Craig, since
Yeah.
it looks like there's a bunch of hip hop fans out here.
I was waiting for this to come up. This
Great.
is the audience for it, for
Yeah.
sure.
Craig has a cutout with the superstar rap artist Lil Wayne. So, yeah, congratulations, Craig. That's a big deal.
I'll be rapping later. Don't worry. No, I won't.
Rap
I
away.
promise I won't.
He's on a billboard in New York City.
I was on a billboard in New York City.
That's so cool. Did you see it in person?
I did not. No, I lived in New York City for 13 years and walked through Times Square almost every day. And I was like, man, someday this city's going to know my name. It's going to know who I am. Someday I'm going to get my name in lights. And it never happened. I was like, screw this city. I'm moving to Nashville. I'm writing songs. I came down to Nashville and started writing songs, and I got a billboard in Times Square. So, there
Lil
you
Wayne
go.
knows your name.
Yeah. So God works in mysterious ways, I guess.
Amen. Amen to that. Well, this next song is a song that I wrote with Greg Wilson, and it's called Fight or Flight, because that's usually what happens in life and relationships. Usually people either fight or take flight. So we've all been there, right? It's called
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Never heard of
Never.
it.
No,
Nope.
Of course not.
No fighting.
No one's not almost as perfect as you, brother.
And this one's going to be on, TV or something soon, you said.
Just potential,
Yeah.
sync licensing, for this one. So gonna find out soon.
So everybody keep your fingers and toes crossed for us.
Fight or flight.
that you can't fall if you never fly. We were so free, but you got a little too high. Can't keep holding on to someone who's already gone. Lord knows I tried, it felt right, so what went wrong? Yeah, I find you take flight, now I'm up late at night, and I'm wondering why, I tried and I tried, but you just said goodbye. Look me in the eye, look me in the eye. And I think that you lied to yourself about why we never have a chance, cause I wasn't done crying. Why'd you take flight? Say that you can't fall if you never fly. We were so free, but you got a little too high. You can't keep holding on to someone who's already gone. Lord knows I tried, it felt right, so what went wrong? Yeah, I find you take flight, now I'm up late at night, and I'm wondering why, I tried and I tried, but you just said goodbye. Look me in the eye, look me in the eye. I think that you lied to yourself about why you never have a chance, cause I wasn't done trying. I find you take flight. I think that you lied to yourself about why we never have a chance, because we wasn't done trying. Yeah, I fight, you take flight. Yeah, I fight, you take flight. Say that you can't fall if you never fly. We're so free, but you got a little too high. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love the whistle part. That could totally be a great sing song. Yeah. Manifesting it for you.
Gosh, I
Oh, I
make
don't
you sing a lot of words, don't
Yeah, that's a lot of words.
Anytime there's like super fast lyrics, it's always your stuff that's a mouthful.
Mr. Wordy over here. All right. This is the portion of the show to see if Craig remembers any of the songs. Let's go. So while I'm figuring out what key the song is in, this is a song I wrote a few years ago. Let's see, is this it? Yeah, let's try it here. See how this happens. All right, so if you wonder why I'm looking down, I have lyrics here. So, yeah, I wrote this song a while ago. I was watching that TV show Yellowstone. Has anybody seen that show? It's a great show. Love that show. And they have a lot of this, like, just awesome, like, real cowboy music on that show. You know, a lot of Chris Stapleton and just great country singer-songwriter dudes on that show, and or the soundtrack to that show. And so I was watching it, so I was in a mood, and I decided to write this song, and this is my poor attempt at being Chris Stapleton, I guess. We'll see how this goes. This is called You Shot First. I'm not gonna say goodbye. I'm not sure I'm even alive. I promised you all of my life. You took it tonight. I stayed up till 4:30. You walked in with red wine and name in the door. That's what you call love. Honey, I'm done. You can't shoot a bullet back into a gun. This kind of love, girl, you only die. Yeah, we both have some scars and most we deserve. When it comes down to killing this love, honey, you shot first. So much for those tattooed hearts, those nights spent in Elworthy Park. Never dreamed it hurt this bad, being alone in the dark. But you can't shoot a bullet back into a gun. This kind of death, girl, you only die once. Both have some scars and most we deserve. When it comes down to killing this love, honey, you shot first. You can't shoot a bullet back into a gun. This kind of death, girl, you only die once. Both have some scars and most we deserve. When it comes down to killing this love, you shall. Yeah, when it comes down to killing us, oh, you shall.
Oh yeah,
Thank you.
That is so good.
Thanks.
amazing.
Someone needs to cut that song.
Sure, that'd be great.
Chris Stapleton?
Yeah, right?
Does anyone know him?
Call him.
Call him. Call a guy. Okay. This song is called LA. Our friend Lizzie Cates brought in the idea, and we were just kind of talking about LA and what that means and all the stuff that comes along with it. So I won't give it away. Yeah. Again, I wrote this with Greg, obviously. Rooftop. Oh.
Sure, we can start there.
Rooftop parties in December. You said you moved there 'cause the weather. You know that's why we left Reno. We both love to take a gamble. Got so caught up in the scene, drunk on chasing a dead-end dream. I was high, I couldn't see, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't breathe. City of angels, but I hate LA. That gold walk of fame became my walk of shame. You let C-list celebrity go straight to your face. That Hollywood sign makes me curse your name. I hate LA. I'm driving down Mulholland, screaming Green Day, we were all in. 2 months later, you were so drunk, I was screaming, now I'm so done. I love Disneyland, but I hate LA. That gold walk of fame became my walk of shame. You let C-list celebrity go straight to your face. That Hollywood sign makes me curse your name. I hate LA. I hate I guess that's why they call it LAX. That gold walk of fame became my walk of shame. You let C-list celebrity go straight to your face. That Hollywood sign makes me curse your name. I hate LA. Also our first time playing that song, so
Yeah.
thanks for being
Thanks
here.
for being gentle.
Yes,
How fun.
thanks. Yeah,
Really fun one.
Pop punk.
pop punk. I can't wait to hear it like totally produced out.
Yeah, send it to Avril.
Totally.
That's Lizzie's biggest inspo, so she'll love that you said that.
Yeah.
This is a song about forgiveness. It's called Letting Go is the Hardest Part.
I love this song.
Thank you. We all love someone we shouldn't love. We've all done some things we shouldn't have done. There's no such thing as a perfect human being. No use hanging on to what could have been. Letting go is the hardest part. Sometimes it breaks your heart. Letting go is the hardest part. Sometimes it breaks. Sometimes it breaks your heart. We all need a little forgiveness for the ones we hurt and the ones who hurt us. No excuses, no exceptions. Everybody needs to have redemption. Letting go is the hardest part. Sometimes it breaks your heart.
We all love someone we shouldn't love. We've all done some things we shouldn't have done. There's no such thing as a perfect human being. No use hanging on to what could have been. Yeah, man.
Thank you very much.
Love it.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Now it's time for Freebird.
How did you guess?
It's only 6:45.
We just play it on the thing, maybe.
It's on.
Yeah, so I only have one more tune to do.
Yeah.
I think we're coming to our last round here, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and to all of you watching, thank you, and thank you to you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. It's been a treat. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So I'm gonna play one more, just kind of a fun jam song, and then we'll let John take us out. Is that
Yeah.
okay? Cool. And yeah, again, thank you guys so much for sitting through this. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a good time. Did you have a good time? Was it okay? We did all right?
You.
All right. This one's a fun one that I like to play live, and I wrote it a very long time ago, and it's kind of a funny story how it got written. I was on tour. This was years and years ago when I was an artist. I was touring, and I was out in L.A., oddly enough, in L.A.
I hate LA.
And I was playing on the Strip, they call it, the Sunset Strip. I was playing a big club there called The Gig. And I'd been booked. And my record label at the time booked me this string of shows out on the West Coast, which was great. And so I was all excited. I was like 22, I was young. And I go out there, and I'm touring literally with, I think, this guitar. It was a very old guitar. And I was touring with this guitar, and I played, acoustic pop songs. That was kind of what I did back then. And I get booked on the Sunset Strip. Now, if you know anything about the Sunset Strip, it is very much not acoustic music. It is like known for 80s hair metal, like loud rock music, like bands like Motley Crue and Warren,
Guns N'
Poisons, and Guns N' Roses. They became popular playing the Sunset Strip. So I get to this club, and it's a massive, cavernous club, like 5 times as big as this room, and it's just a big open space, and it's packed with people. Why, I don't know, because I was nobody, but I think there was a band going on later or something they wanted to see, probably. But I get to the club, I'm like, all right, well, it's a lot of people, 22, I'm ready to go, I want to be a rock star, I'm going to entertain them, it's going to be great. I was a little nervous, but I was like, I'll make it work. So I go backstage. And now, at this point in my career, I'd only played like bars and clubs in Detroit where I grew up, small bars and clubs. And this was the biggest place I'd ever played. And I get on the stage, they walk me backstage, and this guy comes backstage with one of the red flashlights, because all the lights were off, which is like a thing they do at like arenas. Mm-hmm. Like, this is a big spot, and he's like, got the flashlight, and he's showing me the stairs to get up to this stage, and I go up to the stage, and I'm standing there with my little acoustic guitar, and I'm tuning my guitar backstage, and there's a curtain, and I hear all the people out front. So now I'm getting progressively more nervous. And then all the lights go down, and I hear from the front of house, "Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Wilson," and just like probably 2,000, 3,000 people clap. And I was like, oh my God, because I'm going to come out and play like, and this is like, wow. And he says this, and keep in mind, I'm backstage, curtains down, all the lights are out, I'm in pure dark, and I hear that, and then I hear, and I was like, what is that? I start looking, and there's smoke coming up.
No way.
So there was a smoke machine. And then like red and blue lights, I was like, oh my God. And the first song I was gonna play an upbeat song from my first song. And all I remembered at that moment, I was so nervous and I freaked out so much. All I remembered was the song was in the key of A. All I remembered. And I couldn't remember the words, couldn't remember how it went, couldn't remember anything. And the curtain opens,
And I'm standing there like this, and there's smoke, and there's lights, and about 3,000 people in front of me expecting to hear some big song. I was like, oh God. And so I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I have to shred now.
Yeah.
And so I started playing this lick, and I completely wrote a song on stage in front of all these people, completely made it up.
This is the best story ever.
And the show was videotaped, and it was on YouTube for years. I don't know if it still is, but so I literally, after the show, went back, watched it, and I was like, oh, that wasn't that bad. And I actually like wrote down the lyrics I was singing because I had no idea. I made the whole thing up. So if you can just picture 22-year-old Craig in front of 3,000 people at a rock club on the Sunset Strip right now, the lights come up. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna play. So I played this.
Oh my God.
Would you hit song, baby? Would you love me even more? If I played them funky chords, I got the people on the floor. Would you take me home? Would you make me your own? Yeah, your own kind of lover. Oh yeah. 'Cause it can be real rough, or we can take it slow. Well, I just need to know that you're my kind of lover. Oh yeah. If I play this guitar, baby, like she got something to say, I can make her scream if I rob her right away. Would you take me home? Or would you make me your own? Oh, your own kind of lover. Oh yeah. 'Cause it can be real rough, or we can take it slow.
Yeah.
Oh, I just need to know that you're my kind of lover. Oh yeah. Hey, yeah. So that's the part that was completely made up. Obviously super deep lyrics, as you could hear. And then we just had fun. It goes like this. Here we go. Kiss. That was for you. And then if we want to have a little fun, we can bring, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ray Charles. She gave me money when I'm in need. Lord, she's a kind of a friend indeed. I got me a woman, way over town. She good to me, yeah. She saves her loving early in the morning, yeah, just for me. She saves her loving early in the morning, yeah, just for me, yeah, yeah. She give me morning when I'm in need. Oh, she's a candle. Oh, friend indeed, yeah. I got me a woman way over town. Lord, she good to me, yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you guys for hanging with us.
Rock star. That's the craziest story.
It's
never
true.
heard that
It's all
before.
true. It's all true.
Insane.
That's awesome.
Well, John, take us out.
Are you sure? That's a hard act to follow.
Nah, you got it. I believe in you.
All right, this is one I wrote back in '69.
I don't like it. Never be hit.
Never heard it.
No.
So thanks again for having us. It's been fun to be here. Once again, my name is John Salaway. I grew up in a little town called Englewood, Florida, and sadly just got totally devastated by Hurricane Ian. And so I'm putting on a benefit show at City Winery on November 2nd. And Charles Eston from the TV show Nashville is going to be there with me, and Gordon Kennedy, who's Garth Brooks' guitar player and also a Grammy-winning songwriter. He'll be there as well, and a couple other people, and it'll be a really nice night. So if you guys are available November 2nd, please come out and support that cause. All the money is going to go to a charity down in Englewood that's been giving out free food and water and clothing to people that are really still hurting. They're still just now getting power back on and stuff. And it's pretty devastating, but this is one of the songs I'm going to sing for them that night. This is one that I wrote with Craig also, and it's called Weather the Storm. It's kind of suited for that. It was really about 2020, that kind of storm that we went through, you know, but it really suits this occasion. So yeah, this is called Weather the Storm, written by John Salaway and Craig Wilson.
Everybody knows the times have been so tough, but no matter what comes our way, I'm not giving up. Let me make it clear, I won't live in fear. Whether the storm is coming or going, we'll be alright. There's one thing I know is love is a shelter gonna keep us together forever, through whatever. Weather the storm, weather the storm. I feel it in the wind, see the clouds rolling in. But I won't be hiding at all when the storms begin. Let the rain fall down, it won't bring me down. Whether the storm is coming or going, we'll be alright. There's one thing I know is love is is the shelter gonna keep us together forever. Through whatever, weather the storm, weather the storm. Weather the storm, it's coming or going, we'll be alright. It's one thing I know is, love is the shelter gonna keep us together forever. Through whatever, weather the storm, weather the storm. John Salaway, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Thanks so much for having us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great song, John.
Thank you.
Seriously, man. And my family went through that down there too.
Really?
Fort Myers,
Oh, yeah.
Naples,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all up and down through there. So thank God no one lost their life down there. At least in
Amen.
my family.
Yeah, amen. So
It's
lucky.
it's a great thing. Wouldn't you say November
2nd, City
November
Winery.
2nd, man. Y'all put your hands together one more time. Let these folks know that we appreciate them big time. Craig Wilson, Elena Jones, and John Salaway. I wanted to thank you all for coming out tonight. And it's been a while since we've really had a chance to get in here and do some stuff. You know, COVID's really put a stop to that and everything. And I had some health issues. I'm doing great now. I had quadruple bypass surgery a year ago. So I feel great, and I'm ready to get out and kick some more dirt up in the music industry.
All right.
Yeah, man. But again, put your hands together one more time for them. We really
Thank you
appreciate
guys for being
it.
here.
Appreciate Williamson County Public TV for coming in tonight, and of course my good friend Ken over here for helping us with the sound tonight. And again, I think we'll be back here November 10th with Donna Frost. Some of the folks, or some of y'all might know who she is, but her uncle produced Elvis Presley for all those years, and she'll be here, and she was raised here in Franklin, and so she'll draw a good crowd as well. But again, safe travels, folks. Love you guys. Thank you again for coming out. And as I say and finish up my shows, I'm Don. I'm done. Good night. Safe travels.